Hey there, Kipsters. Welcome to Tuesday's first grade Read Aloud. Okay, for today, all you need are your brains, your listening ears. Let's get started. Kipsters, today, our goal is to figure out what information we can get from the words and what information we can get from the pictures of a book. We've done this a lot of times, so you guys are basically experts by now, but I just want to review the thinking steps that go into that. The first thing that I'm going to do is figure out what the words on a page teach me. What can I learn from just looking at the words on a page? The next thing I'm going to figure out is what do the pictures on the page teach me, right? Because we get information just by looking at the pictures. Once I figure out what the words teach me and what the pictures teach me, that's when I can look at both and figure out what information I get just from the pictures and just from the words, or what information I get from both. Okay, watch me look back in our storm book and figure out what information I get from the words and what information I get from the pictures on the page about monsoons. Okay, so this page is called Monsoons. That's the chapter of this book. So I know that that's what I'm mostly going to be reading about. So first let me read the words on this page to figure out what I learn from them. Monsoons are winds that change each season. India has only 2 seasons. Winter monsoons are dry. Summer monsoons bring lots of rain. Everyone cheers because the rains help food grow. Wow. So, Kipsters, this is an informational book, so I learned a lot just from those 2 pages, right? I learned what monsoons are, their winds, right? I learned that they take place in India. I learned there are 2 types, winter and summer. I learned they bring lots of rain, right? Okay, so I learned a lot. Now I'm going to take a look at the picture to see what I learned from that. I can see in the picture that there's this guy on a bike, and he looks like he's trying so hard to move through this monsoon, but the water is so deep that he can't go anywhere. Interesting. Okay, so now I figured out what I learned from the words. I figured out what I learned from the pictures. So now I can figure out what information do I get just from looking at the words, what information is just in the picture, and then what information is in both. So the words are the only place that tell me that monsoons happen in India, right? I don't get that from looking at the picture. The words also tell me that winter monsoons are dry. I don't learn anything about dry winter monsoons from this picture. Looking at the picture, I can see that the water gets really deep. It doesn't say in the words how deep the water gets, right? I can see in the picture that the water gets so deep that it covers half of a bicycle. That's a lot of water. From both, though, I do know that summer monsoons bring lots of rain, right? The words tell me there's lots of rain, and this picture shows me that there was a lot of rain, right? So I can learn that from both the words and the pictures. Okay, Kipsters, did you see how I looked at what I learned from the words and what I learned from the pictures on the page to figure out what information was just from the words and just from the pictures? All right, that's going to be our thinking job for today. We're going to read another short little text. This one is called Twister. All right, we're going to read about tornadoes, which are also known as twisters, we're going to learn are really strong winds. And I'm hearing a lot of really strong winds happening right outside my window right now, so this text feels pretty relevant. All right, it's going to be a little difficult to see the pictures and hear my words at the same time, but I'm going to do my best. Bear with me, guys. Twister. What do you know about tornadoes? Tornado season has started in the United States. A tornado is a powerful spinning wind. It is also known as a twister. Most tornadoes last fewer than 15 minutes. During that time, a twister can travel across a large area of land and destroy everything in its path. The strong winds in some tornadoes reach speeds of up to 300 miles per hour. Those winds can toss cars and other objects high into the air. Tornadoes can happen any time of the year. However, they are most common from March through July. Then we've got some pictures of a tornado. This one has a caption. It says, "A tornado can destroy homes and trees." Most tornadoes start as thunderstorms. During those storms, heavy rain and lightning are common. Large hail or ball-shaped pieces of ice may also fall. Large thunderstorm clouds appear in the sky. The clouds become dark. Thunder can be heard. Warm and cold air meet. Air rises from the ground to the clouds. If the rising air starts to spin, a funnel-shaped cloud can form. All right, so here, looking at the pictures, the photographs, we've got some dark clouds forming, and then here we start to see that funnel-shaped cloud start to form. Last page. The funnel-shaped cloud spins faster. When the bottom of the cloud touches the ground, it becomes a tornado. As the tornado travels across the ground, it picks up anything in its way. There's that last photograph. Okay, Kipsters. So, this short informational text taught us a lot about tornadoes. Now it's our job to figure out what information we learned from the pictures or from the words, or from both. So to start out, I'm going to take a look at this very first page to figure out what information on this first page I got from the words and what information I got from the pictures. So what information on this first page came just from the words? So I'm going to go back in and pull out some of the words to see if it was in the pictures also or whether it was just in the words. It says, most tornadoes last fewer than 15 minutes. Does that show up in any of the pictures? No, right? So most tornadoes last fewer than 15 minutes. That's something I learned just from the words, right? Another thing I learned just from the words, down here it says, tornadoes can happen any time of the year. However, they are most common from March through July. I can't tell in any of these pictures that tornadoes are most common March through July. Now take a look at the photographs, Kipsters. I want you to call out one thing you notice in the photographs that you don't remember hearing about in the words. What's something that we learned just from looking at these photos? Call it out. Ready? Ooh, I heard some really good ideas. The one that I really noticed were these lightning bolts, right? Nowhere in the words does it say that tornadoes often happen alongside the lightning. But we can tell from the pictures that usually, or at least sometimes, when there's a tornado, there's also a lightning storm happening. Interesting, Kipsters. Okay, so now that we've done that, it's just going to be your turn. I'm going to call out some information that we learned by reading this text and looking at the pictures. Your job is to call out whether that information came from only the words, only the pictures, or both. So again, I'm going to give us some details from the text. Your job is to call out, did that detail come from the pictures, the words, or both? Alrighty, Kipsters. And I'll show you the pictures too, just in case you forgot what they looked like. My first detail. Clouds before a tornado become dark. So before a tornado forms, the clouds become dark. Is that information from the pictures, the words, or both? Get ready. Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Nice job, Kipsters. That information came from both. Take a look at this picture of these dark clouds, and the words said, the clouds become dark. So that information was something we got from both the words and the pictures. Awesome job. All right, Kipsters, I'm going to give us another detail. Tell me whether it came from the words, the pictures, or both. Ready? Warm and cold air meet to form a tornado. Warm and cold air meet. Get ready to call out where we learned that information. 3, 2, 1. Call it out. Nice job. We got that from the words. We can't tell in any of these pictures that warm and cold air are meeting. We only know that from the words down here where it says warm and cold air meet. Good job. Couple more. Tornadoes can happen next to a road. Tornadoes can happen next to the road. Do we learn that from the words, the pictures, or both? Get ready to call it out in 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. We learned that from the pictures. Right here, we see that a tornado could happen right next to a road. It doesn't warn us about that anywhere in the words. Good job. All right, one last one. Last one for today. Be loud and proud when you call this one out. Tornadoes can destroy homes. Tornadoes can destroy homes. Do we learn that from the words, the pictures, or both? Get ready to call it out in 3, 2, 1. Great job, Kipsters. We learned that from both the words and the pictures. Take a look at this picture right here. We see that the tornado destroyed homes, and the caption says, a tornado can destroy homes and trees. Excellent work, Kipsters, figuring out what details we learn from the words, what details we can learn from the pictures, and figuring out the difference between the two. You guys did excellent job today. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Keep on learning the rest of the day. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye, Kipsters.